That's who Mike would recommend it, but we said at the time, that's silly, Mike, you live in White Allen. Between Bahita and Nate.
What was that company?
We need somebody up here.
Oh.
Thank you everybody for joining us. We're going to go ahead and get started. Can everybody see the screen that I'm sharing okay? Okay, so first when you go to Realtor.com, log in, pro login, make sure you go to pro login, otherwise you're going to create an account as if you were a buyer. Thank you, Jen, for letting me know. Okay, so when you log in, this is the home screen. Also, you're going to want to log into this pretty regularly to see what leads show up. You see this lead over here? And this one, this one, this one. You will get a lot of leads from Realtor.com that will come in, and it's my understanding that Realtor.com doesn't email you the lead. And if I'm mistaken, please let me know. But I always had to log into the platform to obtain my leads. Okay, improve your profile. This is probably where you're going to want to start. Okay. National Association of Realtors said that Realtor.com, their profiles that have an interior photo get more views. So this was one of the listings that I had down in Naples that I used. Make sure you have an updated professional business photo. Name, contact is correct. Your MLS information over here on the right-hand side, you're going to want to verify that. If you need to add or remove MLS accounts, you need to contact the phone number here. Okay. You do need to add your NERDS ID. And then from here, you just hit the edit button and you can edit all of this. Okay. Phone number. I would strongly advise you use your cell phone number rather than an office number. Specialties, buyers, sellers, listing agent, buyer's agent, waterfront property, golf course, gated community, Gulf accessible, Gulf access homes, you name it. Areas served, you can enter towns, you can enter cities, or you can do as I did, serving Lee and Collier counties in Southwest Florida. Zip codes served, the more the better, especially if a buyer comes on here and does a search and only enters a zip code, you want to make sure that you're seen there. Okay, if you have a personal website, go ahead and enter it here. Video, okay, I'm working with Sunbelt Title. We're trying to get Brad from Sunbelt Title to come into our office. He's got a great setup. He's got green screen, video, everything. I recently created a video with him. I could not be happier with the quality of that video, and I strongly recommend you do make a video. We can put it here in your Realtor.com profile. We can put it in your Zillow profile. We can put it on LinkedIn. We can put it in your MLS. So every time you send a buyer contacts or excuse me, every time you send a buyer listings, you can have your little introductory email on the side there as well. Videos work. Videos are huge right now in our industry. And if you're on Facebook, check out RETV. I have gotten some great video ideas in there. It's nothing but agents that are doing videos and having fun in the industry with that. Okay, if you have a slogan that you go by, enter your slogan here. Your biography. Try to keep things consistent. You know, if whatever you write for your bio here, copy and paste that to Zillow, copy and paste that to maybe LinkedIn. If you have a bio on maybe your business page on Facebook, put it there. Just make things consistent and uniform across your advertising, if you will. Okay. Brokerage firm info, office info, all of this will automatically be entered once you enter your license number. You can include blogs, links to your social media accounts, specifically Facebook and Twitter. Then you select this one, allow broker to edit your profile. I guess that would give me the opportunity, if you ever needed assistance, I can go in there and make an edit for you. So you want to save this before you go on to the next area. Before we do that, also you have the opportunity to enter your expertise here. Listing display options. Your sold listings is set to display on your Realtor.com profile. You can also include your price range or your listings. Okay, if you have any designations or certifications, badges, you can enter them here. If you are bilingual or multilingual, definitely advertise what other language you speak. Okay. Any questions up until this point? Okay. Wonderful. Recommendations here. Click on that tab. So you can actually add recommendations. Okay, you can physically go in here and write the recommendation. Okay. Name a recommender, recommendation date, the recommendation. How do you know the recommender? Were they your buyer? Were they your renter, your seller, family, friend, school, work, etc.? Okay. If there's a photo from the transaction, you can enter that there. You know, for closed sale, I mean, if you've got a picture of Mr. and Mrs. Seller in front of their new home with, you know, just sold sign or something like that, or holding the keys and smiling, great place for this is right here. Okay. Also, if maybe you recorded a video testimonial from that buyer or seller and they're willing to allow you to use it, let's put it here. We'll put it in YouTube first, but then we'll put the YouTube address here. And then if somebody does give you a recommendation, you do have to go in and approve the recommendation. You can email your past clients right here. Send an email for the recommendation or the request, excuse me. You can also import recommendations from Real Satisfied or Testimonial Tree. And then I always said, email me to approve new recommendations. Okay. Ratings and reviews. Okay. This is where you can request a new review. And this, you will actually have to send out and email the request to your past client. You will not be able to enter the information here. It needs to come directly from the past client. The other areas in the back end, I don't mess with too much. If you have listings, you can click on the listings tab here, and this is where you can edit them. Okay, also your solds are all in here as well. I wouldn't worry about the rest of this too much. Focus on your profile, focus on your recommendations, your ratings and reviews, and your closed sales. Any questions about Realtor.com? All right, let's go ahead into Zillow. You go to Zillow.com, you go to Agent Hub. Okay, Agent Hub. Looks like I'm already logged in, so you can go ahead and go to, let's start with my profile. Profile, again, you want to make sure you've got your photo. You want to make sure that your bio here, excuse me, you can copy and paste it from Realtor.com. Okay, and then over here on the right, you can see that it's got step-by-step to make sure that your profile is complete. I don't have any listings any longer. I'm a non-competing broker, so I'm not going to bother to connect this because I will never have any active listings as a non-competing broker. Okay, but make sure you add your photo, and to connect your listings, you're going to enter MLS information. Then add your photo, add your About Me, add your service areas, add past sales to your profile. Okay, if it picks up past sales from the MLS, they'll show up here. Sometimes it gets confused because while I may have sold these properties, I don't remember. But you know, your sales history here, make sure that's up to date. You know, Zillow is probably, a lot that's going on with Zillow right now. And to be honest with you, we don't know what the future will hold for real estate agents such as ourselves and Zillow. Zillow has now become a brokerage, which means that by default, they can have access to everybody's listings. We no longer need to check a box when we list a property that it gives permission to advertise with Zillow. Zillow being a brokerage, just like we're a brokerage, we can advertise other brokerages' listings. In fact, if you've ever played with Google and tried to do a home search for our area, Coldwell Banker is usually in the #1 position, if not, then certainly in the top 3. So that being said, we can advertise in some of our competitors' listings, and Zillow can now do the same. And as a brokerage, they don't need right to that so long as they're a member of the board that they're getting the listings from. I'm sure we'll hear more from corporate and legal about that. A couple of agents have notified me sharing that Zillow is not carrying over their listings from the MLS. I did a little bit of research on that. I have not been able to find that that is true as of yet, but I haven't been digging for too long on that. The few agents that I did look up, their active listings were posted on Zillow correctly. Some of you may have noticed that some of your sales history may have been deleted from the past 12 months. If so, you can go in here and enter that sales history. I went in and I was able to find a couple of listings or a couple of closed sales that had not posted. So I went in and I added those, and I'll be honest, I did not search my entire page as I would as if I were an agent to make sure all of my past closed sales were in fact posted. Okay. And then when you're done, if your sale does not show up there as one of the predetermined sales, like the 3 that were on my page that you saw that were pending confirmation, you can manually enter it here and then perform a search. And then you can click on it and add it to your profile. Okay. Okay, you can go into edit profile information, your name. This is new, pronouns. That's an optional field. Your screen name here, notice the profile URL, that's your website for Zillow, if you will. Profile photo. Okay, profession category, professional title, brokerage name, brokerage address, city, time zone, primary contact number, your license number, and if you have any other professional licenses, you can enter them here. Your service areas, you can enter by neighborhood, you can enter by city, county, zip code, etc. You know, I would probably try the cities in Southwest Florida. That would be your easiest and your most broad coverage. Okay. If you speak any other languages, you can enter them here. And what year did you go into business? Okay. What specialties do you have? You can choose up to 4: buyer's agent, listing agent, relocation, foreclosure, short sale, consulting, or other. Do you have any property management specials, vacation or short-term rentals? Other real estate specialties, appraisal, escrow, legal, notary, title, commercial real estate, insurance, moving, staging, other. Again, there's a place to put a profile video here. Your website, if you have a website, you can enter your website. If you have a blog, you can enter your blog here. Your Facebook page, if you have a business page, you can enter your business Facebook page. Twitter, LinkedIn. When you're all done, hit submit. And then you can view your public profile. This is what the average consumer is going to see when they research you or look you up on Zillow. You can still request reviews. So you'd have to have a prospect sign into their personal account. Evidently, I can't do it from here. So you have to send the request. You can't manually enter your reviews. And if you get 5 or more past clients to review you, it will increase your rankings on Zillow. If you've ever gone on Zillow and tried to search for an agent, you can notice that reviews bring you to the top of the list. Usually whoever is at the top has the most reviews. You know, now that Zillow has become a brokerage, we may see some changes, and I don't know what those might be, but I would assume that Zillow's top customers are going to be taken care of the most, and I don't have more information on that as of yet. We're still waiting for things to come down the pike from corporate to let us know more about what we can expect with these changes. You can always share your profile, and here's where you can request a review right from your main profile page. And you can enter in more than one past client's email address so long as you separate them by a comma. By default, it'll have a pre-written message here that goes out with your request for a review. Feel free to edit this to be more personal. And then you can click this box, I'm indicating that this person was a past client, and then you can send the request out from there. Or you can send a client a direct link, you can copy and paste this into an email and send it out directly from your email. That pretty much covers it from here. I did want to give you a brief overview on these two platforms. Are there any questions from the audience? Okay. Well, I have recorded this, so I will post this on our YouTube page. If you do have any questions, please reach out at any time. I'm always happy to help. Thanks for joining me today.